All right, so today we are graphing proportional relationships. Be honest with you guys. The hardest part about this is going to be doing the definitions. Sebastian, it's easy. There's like 2 rules. The hardest part is making sure we get all the definitions written down. The next hardest part is making sure you graph it correctly. Other than that, telling me if it's proportional or not, it's easy. There's 2 things you will look for. So let's start with all of our definitions. I've got to hand these out to you.
Miss Loma, there's a bunch on our table.
Yes, but they're not the ones that I want you to have. I have all different sizes. I want you to have the full page one for this. For the notes part at least. Alright, so I need you guys to have one of these out. It has to be the full page one, not the ones that are already on the desk. Not the ones already on the desk. I literally just gave your group 3 of them.
Oh.
You gotta share. Okay? Do you guys know what this is called?
Yeah.
It is not a graph.
This
This is called a coordinate plane. So we're going to title this up here. All of it is the coordinate plane. Okay? Now, a coordinate plane, in your notes, we're actually going to define it. A coordinate plane. It is a grid formed when 2 number lines intersect at 0. Okay? That's what it is. But those 2 number lines have specific names. It's not coordinates, it's going to be the x-axis and the y-axis. So the x-axis, that is the horizontal number line. In other words, it goes from left to right. The y-axis is which one?
The up and down, the vertical.
There you go. Vertical is better. That is the vertical. Which goes up and down. Okay, now if you notice I put containers on your desk, and those containers are colored pencils. Some of you guys have to share more than others because I don't have enough colored pencils for everyone in this class. So what I want you guys to do is take the blue colored pencil Because not everyone has highlighters of the same colors. Yes. What? Alright, 3, 2, 1. All I did was shade over this. Over x-axis, because then you're going to pick up that coordinate plane and you're going to shade in that x-axis. There's your x-axis. Should we put the y-axis in the same color?
No,
Why?
because it's a different axis.
Different axis. We want to know the difference. I'm going to put that one in my green. Do not push down too hard on the green, otherwise you can't read it. Once you shade it in, shade in that underline as well. Any questions so far?
No.
You guys got it done?
Yeah.
Hey, Sebastian, if you don't color, that's fine. You don't do it, but then you cannot ask a single person about it. If it shows up on the test, you cannot ask for help. Shows up on homework, you cannot ask for help. Because this is your help and you're using it now. Alright, these two. Look at that coordinate plane. What is this?
A middle.
It's where these two intersect, right? Take your lead, put a nice big dot on that. What is that place called?
The center.
Not the center.
The origin. I don't know.
0, and 0 is where we start all number lines, right?
Yeah.
Is where we base all number lines around is 0. What is another name, another word for a starting point? No, it is in the vocab, but it's not quadrants.
Origin.
The origin.
Oh, I said
It
it
is
right
the
there.
origin. That is the point where the x and y axes meet. That is where 0, 0. This is going to be very important. That origin is extremely important. Knowing this right here is going to help us out a lot on this one. Okay? You guys ready to move on?
Yeah.
All right. So then we have something else. We have what we call quadrants.
I know there.
What are quadrants?
There's the little. There's the squares.
But they're not squares, those are rectangles.
There's the rectangles.
Okay. Why are they called quadrants?
Because there's 4 of them. And
Do we need to cover our mouth again?
no. Guys, that's it. Come on.
Quad means what?
Four.
So these are the 4 regions created by the intersecting axes. I'm gonna shorthand them, but quadrant 1, those are gonna have a positive and a positive. Quadrant 2 is a negative positive. And if you don't already know, these parentheses and everything I'm doing will become more clear in just a little bit. Quadrant 3 is negative, negative. Does that help? And quadrant 4 is a negative, positive. Yep. I just realized, oh, wait a minute, something's pumping. I do that way too much. Hey, at least we know it's supposed to have one positive, one negative, right? Okay, so go back to that coordinate plane. If quadrant 1 is a positive, positive,
It's on the top.
top,
Right.
left, right. How do you know it's top right?
It's the positive. Yeah.
Because right here, that's positive x. These are the positive y's. So this is quadrant 1. Well, then where's quadrant 2?
Left side of it.
Left, because these are the negative x values. So that's quadrant 2. Where's quadrant 3?
Both
Under,
of them are negative? Under 1? Oh, wait,
No,
never mind.
this is positive.
under 2.
Under 1.
Under 2.
Which one do you guys think? Under 1 or under 2?
On the right,
Under
under
two.
bottom.
Okay. Look at quadrant 3. What does it have?
Negative, negative.
Negative, negative. Where's the negative, negative at?
Number.
It's quadrant.
Here's negative. Here's negative. So this is
Oh.
quadrant 3.
Quadrant 4 is on the right.
Because here's your negative, or your positive and your negative, which means quadrant 4. Okay. Any questions on that? None? All right.
No.
So you see that? Then we're going to talk about these ordered pairs. I've been showing you several of them. You guys should already know these. What do ordered pairs always have around them?
Parentheses.
The parentheses. Ordered pairs always have parentheses because they are the sets of x and y coordinates. So it has both the x and y coordinates. The set of x and y coordinates to give specific location on the coordinate plane. They are always, always, always going to be done with parentheses around them. So if I ever ask you, what is the ordered pair, and you give me an x and a y, and you do not put parentheses, I'm going to count you wrong. I'm just mean like that. So which one comes first, the X or the Y?
The X.
X. In the ordered pair, the X comes first. So we're going to have the X coordinate and the Y coordinate. Is that a good answer right there?
Yeah. No. You have to put the parentheses.
Gotta put the parentheses. One more thing. Separate
And
them.
And the, what's it called? Apostrophe.
Comma.
That one too.
Apostrophe is up in the air and comma is down below.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. A comma breaks things apart, an apostrophe connects things together.
Okay. They look the same though, so it's fine.
They're in two different spots.
They still look the same.
Who's your ELA teacher?
Mr. Beasley.
I'm gonna have a talk with Mr. Beasley. When do you have him?
I had him second hour.
We'll have a talk. Alright. That's your ordered pairs. Guess what this X stands for?
What?
What does this X stand for?
The X.
X-axis is a good answer, but it's not just the X-axis, it's also going to be the X.
Y axis.
What is this?
Coordinate. X coordinate. Plane.
The X coordinate just tells you the spots along the X-axis, or the location along the X-axis. I know. We're almost done. If I can spell.
Correct thought?
Responds.
Oh, I
I
thought
left that
correct.
on N.
I thought correct.
Is that an O or A?
That's a no.
I thought correct.
What's corresponds or whatever?
Corresponds.
Oh, that.
Means it's related to a location on the X-axis. So the X coordinate tells you how far to move on the X-axis. Positive means to the right, negative means to the left, and how far away from zero. Okay? Bet you guys can guess this vocab. Or at least
Y
the definition.
coordinate. Comprehend whatever.
Corresponds.
That one. To
Dude,
a
we really
location
got time
on
to
Y.
You don't know the difference between commas and apostrophes, and you can't read corresponds? Yeah. There we go. Those are all your definitions.
Getting?
Yep.
Okay.
Now to get into the actual lesson part.
Yeah.
Alright, at this point, what I want you guys to do is I want you to find the graphs that look like this.
I don't like that.
The one Gianni's holding up.
The
One of yours.
table?
This. Yeah, they're on your table already. But you have two different kinds. You have these and you have these. This one's going to help us out the most today.
So,
Yep. The one with the bigger one. Yes. But there's two different sheets. There's this one at the bottom of the pile and this one's on the top of the pile. Alright. Notice, how many quadrants does this one show?
4.
This shows 4 quadrants.
Wait.
All 4 quadrants?
8.
No, time out. Hold on. You're misunderstanding my question. Go. Does this show the entire coordinate plane?
No.
Which coordinate is showing up over and over and over again? Quadrant. Which quadrant?
1.
Quadrant 1. We only need quadrant 1 for this lesson. Okay? Go ahead and turn to your student page as well. We are going to be going back and forth.
Oh, great.
Well, it's because you need space to write some stuff out for the example and you need the graphs. That's why. So first thing we're going to do is up at the top of the page, you have to make a table. A lot of you guys yesterday during the mid-chapter chat were like, wait, what table? What do you mean? When I'm talking about making a table, there's a table. That's it. Yep.
On our notebook?
We have tables over here.
Now you have desks that are grouped up. No, they are desks. Told you, you two are related somehow. I don't know how, but the two of you are related. Okay, we're gonna put this one as time in minutes, and yes, I'm overlapping, it's okay. And we're gonna put this one as distance in feet. Okay? I'm giving you an example of what you will see on your homework for today. You'll get this table. It won't be, you have to draw it. You will be given this. So we have a 0, 0, a 1, 6, a 2, 12, and a 3, 18.
That's where the coordinates are gonna be.
2 days ago, I would give you a table like this, and you guys had to tell me, is it proportional? What would you do?
Divide.
Divide. How would you divide? Would you divide for minutes divided by feet, or feet divided by minutes? In other words, do you want minutes per feet or feet per minute?
Feet per minute.
You want to find out how many minutes it takes you to go 1 foot?
No.
Or do you want to know how many feet you can go in 1 minute?
How many feet you can go in 1 minute?
How many feet per minute? Now, if you remember, on Wednesday, I kept telling you guys I don't like these tables we keep looking at because they're backwards and they're going to confuse you. That's why I will always ask, how do you want this set up? This is your y divided by x. This is important for graphing. So is your y, is it really the time or is it the distance? The distance. Your x, is that the time or the distance?
Time.
Sorry.
That's the time.
That's where it's gonna be.
Okay.
Are you writing
Hey, how about this? Those of you who are not writing, you cannot ask anyone for help. Okay? The whole reason I did this is if I just gave you this table and said, tell me if it's proportional, you would have to divide each one of these, right?
Yeah.
Okay? Now I'm going to graph it. We have to set up our ordered pairs. What is the first ordered pair you see up here?
0, 0.
0, 0. What is the next ordered pair?
6, 1.
Is it 1, 6
Oh,
or
it's
6,
1,
1?
6, 1, 6, 1, 6.
Why is it 1, 6?
Because the X and the Y.
X and then Y. Not really trying to be mean. I know it's going to sound that way, but guys, this is why you shouldn't just let Annalise answer it because she'll get it wrong every once in a while. I like that because it makes them think more.
The next is 2, 12.
Whoa.
The next is 3, 13, or 3, 18.
318. Okay, at this point, now you need this graph. This graph. Set it down. What is the first point we have to graph?
0, 0.
So let's graph 0, 0. On this,
one, it's the corner one.
it's way down here in the corner. Because here's your y-axis, and here's your x-axis. So we have to graph it right here on the corner. Just put a dot. That's all you need to do. What's your next one?
1, 6, 6.
How do we graph 1, 6?
You go over 1 and up 6.
But I can't go over 1. There's nothing over here.
You go to the right.
You said over. You didn't tell me which
Over
graph.
to the right and up to the top.
To the top, way up here?
No, to number 6.
You told me top. I went to the top.
You go to number 6.
There's no 6.
Because we count.
So I'm really mean and I'm making you count. If you guys want, could you sit here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and number them all?
Yeah.
If you guys prefer it this way, go ahead and do it. Will you already number them?
Can we go by twos?
Well, if you want to, but that's going to change things. What do you mean by go by twos? That this one's 2, 4, 6, or are you just counting every other line?
Like 2, 4.
We could, but that might throw off how you graph it. Okay? So we got 2 dots. What's our third dot?
212.
So we got to go to our 2 on the x-axis and up to a positive 12. What's our last dot?
3.
So go over 3, and do we have an 18?
Mm-hmm.
So you need to space it and try to get as close to the equal spacing as you can. There's my 18. Way up here. Okay? Now, you need a straight edge. It has to be a straight edge. Personally, I have this little bitty ruler that I got in a kit like a long time ago. So I have a ruler.
Oh, you don't like.
There's rulers down there, but you have to be careful with the rulers I provide because every year I've had students sit here and tap against the corner of something. Guess what's all along my rulers now?
Scratches.
Big old dents.
That one too.
It's dented. If there's a dent, can you make a straight line?
No.
That's gone.
Exactly, which is messing up the straight edge, which is why my rulers aren't really good for making a straight edge. If you have a ruler, use it, but I'm going to show you another trick. How many of you guys have a ruler right now? Not a lot, right?
No.
Here's one thing I do. If you guys have a pad of paper somewhere, you can use that. If you have the edge of your planner and it's not torn up, you can use that. If you don't have anything, I'm going to take one side of my paper and fold it over. Is my paper a straight edge?
Yeah.
Can I make a straight line doing this?
Yeah.
What is it on here?
You're going to play connect the dots and you're going to go all the way through. Guess what? This graph right now, I can tell you,
Why?
we're going to figure that out.
It's straight.
Okay?
Tomorrow then.
You guys ready for a new one?
Yeah.
Well, we got to get going because we only have like 17 minutes of class. So let's go. Next one. Another table.
Yes, I jerked my butt up.
Yeah.
I never said put it up. This one's going to be about games and dollars.
So you can play games for dollars. I'll play it.
So we have a 1 and a 3, a 2 and a 6, 3 and a 9, 4 and a 12. Are we going to want how many games you get for $1 or how many dollars you pay for one game?
$1 you pay for one game.
Dollars per game, which means which ones are X and which ones are Y.
Dollars is our
Why?
Y and X is our game. I mean, game is our X.
There you go. We do that just so we can get our ordered pairs. What is the first ordered pair you guys see?
1, 3.
1, 3,
Second one?
2, 6, 3, 9, 4, 12.
Can you graph those?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and graph those. Second one. On the second one over, just graph it. What I say is do not just connect the dots. I want you to go past the dots. I want the line you draw to touch the edge of this quadrant in 2 different spots. Okay? Guess what? This one. It's proportional.
So if it goes like straight, it's a proportional?
Yeah, that's one way. But that's not the only thing that we have to watch out for.
What?
Let's try another one.
Okay, wait, let me. Oh, no.
Yeah, no, I'm making this go fast. It's good fun. Let's do
Why always having to come first?
I don't know because I liked it. That's not going to really affect whether it's proportional or not. Something else will.
Oh my gosh, I know what it is. I know.
Can you graph this? What's the order of pairs?
1, 3,
1, 3.
2, 6, 3, 9, 4, 11, 5, 4, 10.
You know what? Annalise is the only one who answered. Annalise, come here.
What do I do now?
Can we graph those? Here?
Yeah.
All right, let's graph them. I want you guys to go ahead and graph those.
Oh, is that yes?
I'm trying to write them in fractions.
Me too.
Now, you guys got those plotted yet?
No. No.
Play connect the dots.
What is that?
Yeah, will you
Quiero
draw the line, connect the dots?
y es que no me estoy.
But look, I have to adjust my ruler to connect 2 of them. And then adjust it again to connect these 2. Is that really a straight line?
No.
No, because if I did a perfectly straight line, I'd be sitting here going, see how it comes away from the line?
Yeah.
This one,
Not proportional.
Oh, so it's not straight.
it has to be straight. That's one rule. But that's not all the rules. Okay?
How many rules are there?
2.
Two.
2. You guys ready to find out the last rule?
I think I know it.
What's the first rule?
That has to be straight.
Has to be straight. Let's find out the second rule.
I think I know
The last rule. This one,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just going to give you a bunch of ordered pairs.
it. Okay.
Let's do a.
Oh, I know it.
Hold on, I got to think about this one. This one gets harder for me. And yes, I'm going to do 1, 3 again. I don't know why, I just like 1, 3.
Oh, do we draw the graph or no? I mean the table?
No, I'm not going to draw a table this time.
Okay.
I'm trying to give you guys a step up and let's just get to this point. works out the way I want it to.
Graph it?
Yeah, it's kinda
Yep,
warm.
let's graph it.
On the fourth one.
Yep, on the fourth one.
Hold on.
1325371.
It's gonna be straight.
It's what?
It's gonna be proportional
Why?
because they're straight.
This is not proportional.
What? Oh wait, never mind. What?
Is this a straight line?
No.
Is it straight?
No.
I mean, I did a straight line, perfectly straight, right there.
Yeah, but she goes away from the dot.
Oh, no, I made a mistake right there. Ignore that dot.
Okay.
I plotted the on point.
Then yeah, it's straight.
Is this a straight line?
Yeah.
But it's not proportional, guys. Why?
Because it isn't going by numbers.
All right, got a question for you guys. Look at the first two graphs we did. Both of those graphs hit at very specific points. That the last one we did not touch that. Look here. What is that point?
No, 0.
The 0, 0, the origin, right?
Yeah.
What about this point?
0, 0.
Those two are proportional, right?
Yeah.
What about this one? Does it hit 0, 0?
No.
Did it touch the origin?
No.
Guess what the second rule is?
That has to touch the
It has to be
origin.
on a 0.
Oh.
Yeah. That's that. Thank you. Huh?
That's the biggest thing we had to know all day today. That's what you need to know. Graphs are proportional with straight lines through the origin. So if it's a straight line, but it doesn't touch the origin, what is it?
Non-proportional.
Non-proportional. What if it hits the origin, but it goes in a weird way?
Non-proportional.
If you have any point where the line turns, it's non-proportional. Okay? Yeah, it is.
Proportional straight line and origin.
Let's finish your homework.
Yeah, go get your books.
Alright,
And get the page. I already put up the page number. 49 and 51. Thank you.
Do you keep the paper?
Yeah, keep those papers. Go to page 49 and page 51.
Okay. 49, what?
49 and 51.
Looks like I'm not gonna get anything.
What page?
49.
51. 49.
What's the date today?
Yes, que les dije que era esta parte.
85.
I feel like I'm missing a number. Give me just. Oh, I did. I missed one.
Oh.
7 and 10.
Oh. You said you missed more.
I did.
Can I go change my
I had 10 up there. I always tend to put 7.
This kind of thing, or should I?
Okay, there we go.
Miss, is this gonna be in the test? Okay.
Hey, how many problems did I just give you? 10. 10. You have 10 problems to do. Can you do 10 problems? I'm going to bring tape and require you two to put tape on your mouths now. Because you are too much like her. All right, so on this one, just for real quick, on number 1, what are you going to do? You're going to graph it. Once you graph it, make sure you connect all the dots. Use a straight edge. If you don't use a straight edge, you can't prove to me it's proportional because it's not straight. Then down here, I need everyone listening. On these lines, I want you to say proportional because it's a straight line through the origin. Or not proportional because it's not a straight line. Or not proportional because it doesn't go through the origin. That's what you're writing. Okay? You also want to take one more page of these. Because number 5 doesn't give you something to graph on.
What?
I need at least one of these for the problem number 5.
Just number 5?
Yep. If there's any other graphs that you would rather do it on here instead of that, go ahead, but you got to number them for me. Okay?
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
That's your homework.
Thanks.